And can you, by no drift of conference, get from him why he puts on this confusion, granting so harshly all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with crafty madness keeps aloof when we would bring him on some confession on his true state. Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Regard of a question, but of your demands, most free in his reply.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madam, it is so fell out that certain players we ordered wrought on the way of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. There are here about the court, and as I think they have already ordered this night to play before him. He beseeched me a entreat your majesties to hear and see that matter.
With all my heart, and in doubt much content me, to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him further edge, and drive his purpose on to these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he, as 'twere by accident, may here affront Ophelia. Her father and myself, lawful espiles, will so bestow ourselves that seen unseen, and may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather by him and he is behaved, if 't be the affection of his love or no, and thus he suffers for.
I shall obey you, and for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again, to both your honors.
Madame, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here, gracious, so please you. We will bestow ourselves. Read on this book that show to such an exercise made color your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this. 'Tis too much proved that with devotion's visage and pious actions we are sugared or the devil himself.
Oh, 'tis too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beautied with plastering arts, is not more ugly to the thing that helps it, than is my deed to my most painted word. O heavenly burden!
I hear him coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
To be or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep perchance to dream. There's a rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's a respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the plowman's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of? Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard their currents turn already, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
What a noble mind is here overthrown. The country's soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion in the mold of form, the observed of all observes, quite down. And I, the lady of most dejected and wretched, that sucks the honey of his music vows, now see the noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of tune and harsh, that unmatched form and features of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me! I have seen what I have seen, see what I see. Love, his affection do not that way tend, nor what he spake, though it did lack a little form, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, o'er which his melancholy sits on brood, and I do doubt the hatch and the disclose will be some danger, which to prevent. I have the quick determination, thus set it down, we shall with speed to England. For the demand of our neglected tribute, happily the sea and countries different, with variable objects shall expel this something settled matter in his heart. Whereon his brain still beating put him thus, from fashion of himself, what think on't?
It shall do well, but yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief, sprung neglected love. How now, Ophelia, you need not to tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all, my lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit after the play, let his queen mother alone entreat him. To show his grief, let her around with him, and I'll be placed, so pleased, in the ear of all of their conference. If she find him not, the England send him, or confine him where our wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness is in great ones must not go unwatched.